What's this for?
Millage for hospital, library.
Oh, we in favor.
In favor of what?
We in favor of the millage. Library.
Yeah, we will.
I would like to call the Fairfield County Council regular meeting to order on Monday, May 10th, 2021, 6 p.m. Can we get approval of the agenda?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. So the agenda stands approved. Now we have invocation by Mr. Pauly.
Let us pray. Lord, thank you for everyone here tonight. And we pray that we will make the best decisions that's in the best interest of the county. Amen.
Man.
We're down to item number 4, approval of minutes. Can we get a motion to approve the minutes, all the budget work session, the special meeting, and the budget work session?
So moved, Mr. Chairman. A second.
It's been moved in second that the minutes be approved. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The minutes stand approved. Okay, we're down now to public presentation. A, Element TV, recipient of the Walmart Supplier of the Year, in the categories of entertainment, toys, and seasonal supplies, as well as consumer electronics. As I understand it, people from Element is not coming. Mr. Davenport have.
Second time, man, Sean.
Well, they came first time.
Thank you, council members. Yes, Carl Kennedy with Element sends his apologies. They had something come up. They're onboarding 45 new employees, so he's going to be working, I think, till 8 o'clock. And so that's a good thing, that a good reason not to be able to make it. He has extended an invitation to the entire council to come do a plant tour. I think that might be a better way to get in front of everybody. But again, he sends his apologies, and but hopefully he's hiring 45 good people tonight. So
Thank you.
Thank you. And we do want to say congratulations to Elements TV. Again, thank you, Mr. Davenport. Okay, we're down now to first public comment. Do we have any, Ms. Davis?
We have 2 citizens who wish to speak tonight. First, Mr. Jeff Schaefer, speaking on Peanut Gallery.
Good evening. Let me start tonight with a little off-the-cuff advice from the Peanut Gallery. My dad told me when I was a young man, you're aware that a sucker is born every second and every minute. Be thankful your mama took hours to deliver you. His advice was to think before you act. And for the most part, I do. Now to what happens when you don't, it's always been be good, be gone. Our ability to cooperate and communicate is what separates us from the rest of the species on this planet. Birds sing, fish go to school, bees swarm, and people, we have something special. We vote. Tell me why we should keep you in office. It appears that our sole mission is to undo what was working in good order. How many people will it take for you to be happy? How many people will be leaving their position? And how many inept and unqualified people will replace them? Will it be a 2-for-1? The one that you remove? That is what has been here in the past. And when will you realize you're spinning your wheels and going nowhere fast? And personally, I'd like to know what makes you think the public wants to read a newspaper produced by the Nazi Party? I'm sorry, I meant the County Council of 4. Do you think it's going to influence the voting citizens? It didn't work then and isn't going to work now. The voice is going to stay long after you're gone. I offered years ago, and it took years for something to come close to emerge. We now have an advertising sign on 321. Use it to put your message out, and let the public use it to respond to your message. This is a free world. and free speech. We don't have to agree with you. And of course, you don't have to listen. But if you want to keep that seat warm for another few years, my advice to those of you who are not born in a second is this: stop trying to rewrite what has been written and approved. That's what we call history. Try to come up with something that's greater for the majority and benefit from the majority. Well-paying jobs, convenient shopping, internet service for all, infrastructure growth, and of course, if possible, influencing the youth in our education system to be competitive, not compliant. And try to remember, what goes around comes around. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Mr. Randy Bright speaking on personnel matter.
Randy Bright, District 1, Ridgeway. It is most disconcerting to see again personnel matter on the agenda. Our county is bleeding its most precious and prized resource, human resources. Our three of our top employees, actually our three top employees in a span of just a few months are leaving us, or in one case has already left us. Now, we're talking about the most recent exit or planned exit is from Miss Laura Johnson, who's had an exemplary career and turned around several reporting items in our county, brought accuracy, integrity to our entire controller department, brought efficiency to our county as an assistant administrator, and done a great job. Why are we losing her? Jason Taylor, administrator, facilitated setting all kinds of records in economic development, health and welfare improvements, fire, police, medical, emergency. All this while coming under expense budget, some $2 million according to the last balance sheet from 2020 that was presented during the audit review at the beginning of the year. Add all that together, why are we losing this guy? All-time record economic development, all-time low unemployment. And then, in cooperation with the lawyer that we lost, he spearheaded saving an emergency center for Fairfield. Not only saving an emergency center for Fairfield, because basically that's all Fairfield Memorial was when it was replaced. We got a savings of some $600,000 a year in income based upon no taxes from the previous entity, based upon taxes from Providence, based upon paying Providence approximately $300,000 a year less than we were paying Fairfield Memorial. So we also he managed to keep the doctors in place. So we improve our medical care. We get a cost savings annually about $600,000. And we run this guy off after setting records in every other category. And then, of course, the lawyer, who was part of that negotiation team. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes this segment.
Thank you. We're down to public hearings, which is none. Number 8, ordinance, resolution and orders. Number 8, first readings. By title only, orders number 771, authorizing amendments to a redevelopment agreement, providing for a new county administration building so as to provide support for the erection of a monument to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. or a similar historical figure, and to provide support for the use of the teacheries as a museum memorializing African American heritage in the county. Can we get a motion to approve?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Since there's no discussion, all in favor, let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Let the record show 7-0. We're down to item B, third and final reading, number 767, to establish operating and capital budgets for the operation of the county government of Fairfield County for the fiscal year commencing July 1, 2021, to provide for the levy of taxes for Fairfield County for the fiscal year commencing July 1, 2021, to provide for the expenditure of tax revenues and other county funds, to provide for other county purposes, to provide for certain physical and other matters relating to the county government and other matters related thereto.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Are there any discussion? Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor, let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Opposers?
Nay.
Nay.
So let the record show there are 3 opposing, 4. So it stands approved. Okay, item C. First reading by title on ordinance number 769 to establish the millage rate for Fairfield County for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2021.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Since there's this is the first reading, no discussion. All in favor, let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. So let the record show 7-0. Okay, item D. First reading by title only. Ordinance number 770, an ordinance authorizing Fairfield County to add new fees for the 2021-22 fiscal year.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Since there is first reading, no discussion. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
Okay, that's just, is that 1 nay? Okay, that's, let the record show 6-1. Okay, board and commission minutes, none. Board and commission appointments, none. Old business, none. New business, none. We're down now to item 13, county administrator's report.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. First up, we want to recognize Mr. Chris Netherton. We do have Mr. Chris Clausen here. I think if Laura, she's trying to locate him. But we do want to recognize Mr. Netherton, who serves as our building official currently for the county. He has achieved the distinction of becoming a master code professional, which I think there's less than 70 in the state at this point, and also the distinction of becoming a general contractor and also a construction manager by the South Carolina Department of Labor Licensing and Regulation. These new, okay, there you are. I will let Mr. Clausen take over. But again, anytime an employee gets this level of training, this level of certification, it helps the county tremendously. And Mr. Netherton has been a great asset to the county. Many of the projects we've done, such as the expansion of the sleeping quarters out at the Lebanon Fire Station, he's helped oversee those projects. And being able to do those in-house has saved the county a tremendous amount of money. Mr. Clausen?
Thank you, sir. Members of council, Mr. Chairman. Again, as Mr. Taylor said, I think you hit on everything, to be honest, except for the fitness center as well. Mr. Netherton oversaw that construction. So we've already been using him for all those skill sets. But the Master Code Professional certification in particular, apparently the latest numbers was 66 total in the state. So there's only 66 of those. We have 1 out of 66. One of the smaller counties in the state. It's a great honor and privilege. So to be recognized with that, and that's why we wanted to bring Mr. Netherton up and just recognize that significant milestone. And that's as high as it goes for the code professional.
Mr. Chairman, congratulations.
Mr.
I would like to say congratulations to Mr. Netherton. I know those tests can be challenging at times. Congratulations on the job well done.
Thank you, Mr. Tripp.
again, congratulations. Ms. Davis, reminded us, do we need to get a picture on Mr. Clausen?
If we can, if you would like, sir.
Okay, let's do that.
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to say congratulations as well. I'm just curious, what can we expect as council now? Or what are your expectations?
I did this completely on my own, Mr. Robinson. I did this for myself. It wasn't any I didn't have any
Okay.
expectations from the county. I didn't expect anything to change. I just
Well,
always wanted it, and I did it for personal development and growth. That was- I did it
I'm,
on my own.
well, as Mr. Trapp said,
Building official, I wasn't required to, as a building official, I can hold the position as building official for the county,
okay,
but I was not required to go after the MCP. I just, something I wanted to do.
I'm sure it's a hard test, so congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That's awesome, Mayor.
Thank you, Austin. No, I don't know where I'm going.
Can y'all kind of, shorter ones get in the front?
Hang on a minute.
You're fine. Okay, y'all.
We'll see. I'll call me tomorrow.
That's the beauty of
Again, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Tate.
Next up, we have Mr. Furman Miller, who is the trail coordinator of the Palmetto Trail, the Austin Trailhead, which is here in Fairfield County, a very popular site. He wants to come and address council on that project.
Thank you. Council, Mr. Chairman, appreciate the opportunity to appear before you again to talk about the Palmetto Trail and Fairfield County's partnership with that trail effort. We talked about the Austin Trailhead. The Palmetto Trail, of course, is South Carolina's only cross-state hiking and cycling trail, one of only 16 in the entire country. We have a 500-mile footprint with the low country terminus at Allendale on the coast and the upstate terminus at Walhalla. We've got a little over 400 miles of that trail in place. It's built in a series of passages, and the one passage near and dear to both of us is, of course, the Peak to Prosperity passage, which has a trailhead at Alston. Now, that particular passage is the most popular passage in the entire trail system. We put in counters last October, and we are averaging over 75 people per day to walk that trail. So the math turns out around 28,000 people a year use the Peak to Prosperity passage, and the majority of those folks use the Austin Trailhead as a starting point. So we've been working with Fairfield County. The partnership in the past has been great. Been doing a lot of stuff together to try and improve that and make that a enjoyable experience for everyone. And we hope to continue that partnership in the future. We continue to have events to try and bring the awareness of this trail and this asset to everyone. In fact, today, as a matter of fact, I had 35 students from the Midland STEM Institute out. We hiked 6.5 miles this morning, and in a combined nature history hike. There's 35 students and 3 teachers, and we all made it. So we're also looking at additional activities. And the one thing for tonight that I'd like to bring up is June the 5th is National Trails Day. National Trails Day is a nationwide effort to get folks outside and to experience the trails. This particular 2021 National Trails Day, we are sponsoring an event in conjunction with Fairfield Forward and Fairfield County at the Austin Trailhead. It's going to be a local farmers market, local artisans, a health fair potentially, and also a guided hike to actually a 2-mile out and back guided hike to show folks the beauty of what we've got here at the trail and all. And I'm here tonight to extend a personal invitation to each and every one of you here on the council to please come out, not just June the 5th, but anytime, hike the trail, take a look at what we've got here, and hopefully you'll see what a humongous asset this trail system and this trailhead at Austin is, not only for the state of South Carolina, but Fairfield County, everyone else coming along. So once again, I appreciate the invitation to see you again, and I hope to see you out on the trail. And if there's any questions, I'll be glad to try and answer those.
Thank you.
Any questions from council?
Mr.
Mr. Robinson.
Ms. Miller, what's the hours for the,
I'm sorry, I'm glad you brought that up. The farmer's market starts at 9 o'clock.
okay,
And the guided hike starts at 10. It should wrap up somewhere a little after lunch. And we're having that as a sponsorship, a co-sponsorship activity. And basically, like we said, just to try and get the word out and get folks out to see just exactly what a huge asset this is. So I appreciate the partnerships in the past and looking forward to partnering in the future to continue to improve not only that trailhead, but that trail system.
well, I'm definitely in support of it. I tell you, it's a very nice trail, and I definitely like the idea of you bringing the farmer's market out to the western part of the county.
Well, we're hoping it'll be a successful effort, and we continue to do that in the future.
Thank you.
Again, thank you. Again, as Mr. Robinson already said, we in full support of all the work you do and the trailhead itself. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next item we have is, again, back to the request of action that the Finance Committee took action on earlier. This is for the transit bus video camera system. This was an item that was fully bid out. We had 6 bidders, with the low bid being $67,339.57 with Angel Track. This is grant covered. Obviously, it just went to the Finance Committee and was recommended to full council for approval.
Okay,
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
it's been moved in second. Any discussion? Anybody need to know anything else about it? All in favor, let it be known by aye. Opposers, nay. It stands approved. All right. Clerk to council report none. And Ms. Taylor, you got anything else before we proceed?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Clerk to council report none. We're down to county council time. Mr. Gilbert.
Yes, I'd like to commend Mr. Tony Armstrong and Pastor Hughes for organizing a diverse group of citizens for a kickball game in front of the statue on Sunday a week ago.
Mr. Roberts.
Yeah, I just like to piggyback off. I had received phone calls about it, and it is nice when you can see citizens of all races get together. And one other thing, Mr. Chair, is it possible to have our legal look at possible ordinances pertaining to other counties in reference to naming buildings after people? Is that possible? Can we?
Yes, sir. One of the things, Mr. Robbins, you know, we talked a little bit about that, and we said after we get through the budget and stuff, because one of the things we're gonna have to do is we got to do the bylaws. Our bylaws need work.
Yeah.
The procurement manual need work, and also this part that you're just talking about, and maybe we can add that to the bylaws or something. So yes, that is possible. We can do that. So let's give us some time to try to go ahead and work on that.
Okay. And one other thing, just for transparency, so the county is going to give out ice to constituents that request it now? Or is that question Ms. Taylor can answer?
No, I think if you have to treat one, you have to treat everyone like you treat one. You can't pick and choose people you decide to do things for. So I think you have to be consistent in how you offer things.
I'm just asking because like I say, every council member get phone calls, so, you know.
So is your question to me, Mr. Roberts and Mr. Taylor?
I asked Mr. Taylor.
Okay.
Mr. Taylor, yes.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay, one of the things, I would like to do is, I would like to, go ahead and thank, the administration, financial, group, as we looked at the budget this year. One of the things, last year, we had a proposed budget of, I think it was about $46.7 million. Okay, with a $5.5 million fund balance, taking 5.5 from fund balance. We took that down to $46.4 million, with only $5.2 million coming from fund balance, which was about a $300,000 reduction. This year, the proposal was $44.6 million with $3.5 million coming out of fund balance. Okay, we ended up with a budget that have already passed at $42.6 million, which if you look at from last year to this year, is about $4 million reduction. Okay, we only got about 1.4 million coming from fund balance, which in itself is about $1 million reduction. But a lot of work went into trying to achieve this, and I understand that there's more work to do, but again, I want to thank everyone for their efforts in trying to get us there. This was not an easy task, and even we will continue working on this piece today. So again, I want to thank the finance folks and the administration for helping us through that. Any other comments from council? If not, we're down to the executive session. Okay, can we get a motion to go into executive session?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and second. And so the reason we're going into executive session is number one, personnel matter. Discussion concerning the position of county administrator pursuant to South Carolina Code Annotation 30-4-71-1. A legal matter, update on litigation against Scanner, SCNG in reference to the abandoned VC Summer Nuclear project pursuant to South Carolina Code Annotation 30-4-7012. Legal matter, receipt of legal advice and discussion concerning pending litigation pursuant to South Carolina Code Annotation 30-470A2. So again, are you ready to vote? All in favor, let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. So we now go into executive session. Can we get a motion to come out executive session?
So move, Mr. Chair. So move, Mr. Chair.
It's been moved and seconded that we come out of executive session. All in favor, let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Opposers? Okay, we come out of executive session. It is now 7:25 PM, and there are no decisions made in executive session. Okay, you have any?
I would like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman. I would like to make a motion to authorize the chairman of Fairfield County Council to enter into a settlement agreement with Dominion Energy of South Carolina on behalf of Fairfield County.
Let me get a second.
I second.
It's been moved and second. Any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by, any discussion? So let me read to you all, what's the agreement, okay? Okay, in exchange for full and final resolution of pending, litigation between Dominion Energy, South Carolina and Fairfield County, agrees to the following. Agrees to the following. A sewage treatment plant, $45,690,118. The grading of the mega site, $6,475,000. The grading of the Commerce Center, $3,196,000. Escrow for rate relief, $1,750,000. Spec building, parcel 9 of Commerce Center, $2 million. Teacher Village, $2.2 million. Bond payment, $7,550,920,000. Ridgeway Park, $2.5 million. Martin Luther King Monument, $1 million. Cash, $27,112,500, making a total of $99,474,538.
Chairman Bill. I just say, except for the wastewater treatment plant, I don't think current council leadership did not prioritize the items in the settlement for the benefit of all the citizens in Fairfield County.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to say, I'm okay with the settlement. I think the number one priority is the wastewater treatment facility. That is a big game changer for this county. And as I stated before, I would love to see exit 32 come to fruition also.
Thank you all. One of the things as we talk about the sewage treatment plant, the sewage treatment plant really is off of Broad River. It has an opportunity to serve the entire county, and it's absolutely a good thing for this county. This deal is transformational. It's an excellent deal, and I tell you what, I'm very proud to be a part of it. And again, I want to thank our attorneys. I want to thank Mr. Taylor and his staff for the work he did, and Mr. Todd Davenport for the work he did. And I told them earlier, it was an honor for me as a member of council to be in the midst of again this intense negotiation, but to see not only the intensity but the camaraderie of it all. That made a difference, and I think that's why we were able to get the deal that we got today. This is let me tell you, this put Fairfield County 15 to 20 years ahead of its time. This is this is absolutely a good deal for this county. And I tell you what, this is something that we can celebrate. Celebrate from all ends of the county. I tell you, I am proud today. No more discussion. Are you ready to vote? All in favor, let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, it's the same.
Nay.
So let it be known 6-1. Okay, if there's nothing else,
Motion
get a
to
mo-
adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded that we stand in adjournment. Are you ready to
I do.
All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.